From the University of St. Francis in Joliet, Illinois, this is Fighting Saints basketball. Tonight taking on the Red Hawks of Indiana University Northwest in the final non-conference game of the regular season. Happy 2018, everybody. Welcome to the broadcast. Terry Bonadonna with you for all 40 minutes of tonight's contest as the Saints try to make it 2 in a row here at home. They defeated number 14 Indiana East 78-73 on Saturday. And now they look to wrap up the non-conference season with a big victory over Indiana Northwest. Let's take a quick look at the starters. First for the Fighting Saints, the guards are Ivana Markovic and Kamari Jordan, Paige Gieske and Nicole Davidson in the front court, along with center Caitlin Aylward. For the Red Hawks, 3 guards, Wesley Wilson, Gina Rubino, Chloe Salmon. The forwards are Jayla Crump and Alexis Blake. Gieske at center court wearing gold for the tip against Alexis Blake, and it's won by Gieske and the Fighting Saints. We are underway. Going from right to left, the Fighting Saints at 9-5 this year. The Red Hawks wearing black and red. They are 7-10 on the season. They'll be shooting to the right side here in the first half. This is Kamari Jordan with 10 seconds on the shot clock. She spins inside, nearly had the ball ripped away from her. She throws it away, looking for the cutting Paige Gieske, and the Saints come up empty on their first possession. Now it's the Red Hawks' turn. Here's a drive, pull-up jumper from Chloe Selman, no good. Jordan may have gotten a piece of that ball. We remain scoreless through the first 30 seconds. Caitlin Aylward over to Kamari Jordan, left wing. She'll try a 3 and hit it. Lax defense from Alexis Blake, and Jordan took advantage, hitting on the first 3 points of the game. Jordan had 20 in the victory over Indiana East on Saturday. Entering play today, Kamari Jordan right there with Caitlin Aylward for the team lead in points. She's at 14.9. Aylward slightly ahead at 15.2. Rubino passes up top to Wesley Wilson. Back off to Rubino for the tie. It's short on the three-pointer, but an offensive rebound. Alexis Blake back outside. 3-ball misses from Salmon. She's had a tough night to start. She's taken 2 shots and is yet to hit the rim. 8:45 to go in the first quarter. Saints lead by 3, trying to make it 6. Aylward misses short on the 3. And the rebound tapped around, finally secured by the team in black. Here come the Red Hawks. Driving on Aylward, drawing some contact, but no foul. Wesley Wilson, or rather Jayla Crump on that drive. Ivana Markovic comes away with it. Markovic picks up her dribble, finds Aylward to her left. 18 to shoot. Aylward holds, looks up top, finds the freshman Paige Gieske. Over to Jordan, right side. Up top, Nicole Davidson gets her first touch. Shot clock under 10 seconds as Gieske drives, kicks out to Markovic. Down in the corner, right side, Kamari Jordan. She dribbles the baseline into a double team, pulls up 1 second. Aylward shoots from the free throw line. Can't connect, but an offensive rebound for Nicole Davidson. Right back to the cutting Aylward, who lays it up and in. 30 seconds of stout defense from the Red Hawks there. Saints barely got a shot off, missed it, but ended up with the offensive rebound and the second chance points. It's 5-0 in favor of St. Francis, number 14 in the nation. And there's Ivana Markovic with quick hands and a steal. Nicole Davidson ahead to a wide open Gieske, an easy layup. Gotta feel good for Paige Gieske, putting her team ahead 7-0. And just 2.5 minutes into the game, Ryan Shelton, the head coach of the Red Hawks, calls timeout. As I was saying, it's got to feel good for Gieske. She came back from an injury on Saturday, did not score in limited action. Adriana Acosta came off the bench, played the majority of minutes in that spot during the game, and she had a big showing, 20 points scored. Gieske back in the starting lineup today, wearing the mask and looking a little bit more comfortable in it today than she did on Saturday with the early deuce. Saints by a touchdown and an extra point early here. The defense has been solid. Indiana Northwest has not been able to get anything going offensively. They are just 0 of 3 from the field, and only 1 of those 3 shots has reached the rim. So a 7-0 run to start things for the Saints. Red Hawks basketball trying to respond and get on the board for the first time. Out of the timeout, it's Wesley Wilson dribbling off to the right side, bumped by Gieske, and that's a foul. Paige Gieske called for the first foul of the game for either side, and it'll be a baseline inbounds play. Make that a sideline inbounds play for Indiana Northwest. Wilson will trigger the inbounds play. Into Jayla Crump, handed back off to Wilson, and Wilson travels. Good defense by Caitlin Elward. Elward cut off the dribbling lane for Wilson, seemed to catch her off guard. And Wilson, in a panic, shuffled her feet. She turns it over. Saints basketball, Davidson. Up top, Caitlin Elward. Off to the right side now. This is Kamari Jordan, guarded by Wilson. Swung around, left side. This is Nicole Davidson. Shoveled back to Gieske, 15 on the shot clock. Elward in the post, double team. She has the ball knocked away, gets it back, and throws it away. It's intercepted by Indiana Northwest. Chloe Salmon ahead to Jayla Crump. Saints turn the ball over, but still good on defense. They've not allowed a basket yet. See if the Red Hawks can finally get on the board. Gina Rubino, more than 3 minutes into the action. Here's a drive and a finish. Strong by Chloe Salmon. Her first 2 points, the first 2 points for the Red Hawks tonight. 5-point game, and now a little full court press from Indiana Northwest, and it comes up with a takeaway. That was Gina Rubino reaching in and ripping that ball out of the possession of Paige Gieske. Now the Red Hawks taking a little momentum as Wesley Wilson throws up a wild shot, well defended by Ivana Markovic. That one misses short. This is Kamari Jordan taking it the other way. Jordan across the timeline, passes to the left wing, and Paige Gieske. Gieske dribbles once, picks it up, passes off to Davidson. Left corner, outside, back up top, Kamari Jordan. 10 seconds to shoot. Jordan guarded outside by Wilson. Finds Davidson to her left, 5 on the shot clock. Davidson looks lost. She picks up her dribble out to Gieske. 1 second on the shot clock. She didn't see it. Davidson fires one up and scores for 2 points just over the line. Not sure they got that one off or not. The referees said it was good. Nearly a lost possession for the Saints. It is a lost possession for the Red Hawks. Salmon throws it away out of bounds. She was looking for Kelsey Goshrowski, who just checked in. And she overthrew her out of bounds. Great start to today's game for St. Francis. They lead 9-2. 2 more substitutions for the Red Hawks as they bring on number 25, Jessie Seams. Step back jumper from the foul line. Jordan can't get the roll. And Nicole Davidson unable to come away with the rebound. It's Gina Rubino for Indiana. Rubino driving on Gieske, blocked out of bounds. Nice defense, Paige Gieske. It'll stay with the Red Hawks, 23 to shoot, trailing by 7, just about at the 5-minute mark in the first quarter. Alyssa Gibo is into the game for the Red Hawks as well as Davidson taps away that inbounds pass, and it's intercepted by Gieske. Gieske trying to run, and it's stripped away by Seams. A little bit ahead of herself that time. Paige Gieske playing somewhat out of control. Gibo outside, 3-point attempt. Rubino rattles home. Turnover leads to points for the Red Hawks, and the deficit is just 4 for the visitors. Jordan whips it to Davidson. Here's Gieske into the corner. Aylward. Red Hawks defense gets back. Jordan for 3. Long range, it's good. Kamari Jordan's got a couple of early triples. 6 points for the senior guard, but a defensive breakdown as Rubino has a clear path to the basket. Blocked from behind by Gieske out of bounds. Nice recovery by Paige Gieske as nobody had gone out to cover Rubino. Wide open on the outside. Instead of taking the 3, she went for the drive. Gieske came in from behind. A little contact, but no foul. She was able to knock the ball out of bounds. Now she checks out. And Andriana Acosta, fresh off her 20-point performance on Saturday, comes in. Turnaround from short range for Goshrowski is no good. Rebounded by the Fighting Saints. They lead by 7. 4 minutes, 15 seconds to play in the first quarter. It's Nicole Davidson on the right wing. Davidson to the cutting Acosta. Up, no. Well defended by Goshrowski, but an offensive rebound. Shot clock does not reset as Acosta hit the backboard but got no rim. It's down to 8 seconds. Here's Aylward. 5 seconds to shoot. Aylward hasn't moved yet. Off to Davidson. 3 seconds on the shot clock. Aylward, wild shot at the buzzer. It's an air ball. That's the shot clock violation. It's the 3rd time already in this game that the Red Hawks have forced a desperation shot at the buzzer of the shot clock. So they've been playing good defense, but the Saints still have a 7-point lead. Wesley Wilson is back in for Indiana Northwest. Red Hawks have the ball going from left to right. It's Wilson getting the touch. Looking down low for Goshrowski, doesn't have her. Well defended by Davidson. And off instead to Seams. Around a screen to the left side. She passes off to Chloe Salmon. Salmon, the leading scorer on the season, called for the charge. Caitlin Elward stands in and takes that foul. And it's a turnover. St. Francis basketball. Indiana Northwest will set up in the press as the inbounds play goes to Acosta. Adriana Acosta got it back a little bit unexpectedly. But holds on and gets it across half court. Here's Markovic. Elward, right wing, guarded by Seams, up top Markovic. Directing the offense down low. She wings it over to the right side. Elward throws it away. The ball is loose. Tapped once by Wilson, and it's a foul on Markovic. Wilson and Markovic were chasing after that ball. And Wilson called for the foul. She bumped Ivana Markovic. A foul called on Indiana Northwest. Their second. It's the first on Wesley Wilson. So scrum for the ball. Contact was initiated by Wilson, and the foul is called against her. This is Kamari Jordan for the Saints. Down in the paint, Aylward back outside. On the right wing, Kamari Jordan is called for a travel. 2:55 to play, first quarter. 12-5 St. Francis. A little bit sloppy going both ways. We've already seen 12 turnovers in the game. 6 for either side. And we've got a 13th combined turnover here. A foul away from the ball called against Indiana Northwest, and it's on Wesley Wilson. So in a matter of 30 seconds, she picks up 2 fouls, and she'll have to take a seat. For St. Francis, Nicole Davidson checks out. Cody Brand makes her first appearance. And Indiana Northwest goes to the full court press once again. Markovic from Aylward gets it right back to Caitlin and walks it across half court. No problem this time with the press. Here's Jordan. Off to Aylward. Right side Markovic, back up top. Jordan, 15 seconds to shoot. Inside Cody Brand. Right back to Aylward. Wide open Markovic, right side 3. Off the mark, a little bit too strong. Rebounded by Indiana Northwest. Chloe Selman taking it down the floor. Selman passes off to Seams. Guarded up top by Acosta. She walks it to the right side. Passes that direction. Salmon down low. Goshrowski. Out to Gibo, who travels. Alyssa Gibo, junior from Griffith, Indiana. Transfer from South Suburban College. Turns it over for the 8th time today. It's the 8th time for the team, not for the player. That's coming in less than 8 minutes of game time, as the clock now ticks down to 2 minutes. With a 7-point lead, it's Kamari Jordan. Off to Caitlin Aylward. Back to Kamari. Free throw line, Acosta dribbles once, floats it towards the hoop, no good. Battle for the rebound, and Caitlin Aylward comes up with it. Reaching in from behind and committing the foul is Alexis Blake. Blake trying to plead her case, saying she was tugged at right there, but she's called for her first foul. It's the team's 4th. The next one will send the Saints to the free throw line. Inbounded to Aylward. Right side, Markovic. Markovic bounces once, passes to Cody Brand. Here's Aylward, left side. Dribbling towards the paint, back out to Markovic. Markovic drives, dishes inside. Aylward scores from underneath. Nice find, Ivana Markovic, and Caitlin Aylward scores for the 2nd time tonight. She's got 4 points, averaging 15 per game for the season. Around the perimeter, Alexis Blake going up over Cody Brand. Blake draws the foul. First on Brand. 2 free throws here for Alexis Blake. First free throws of the game. Blake's a 65% foul shooter. And she misses on the first shot. Maddie Kennedy is in for Caitlin Aylward. Minute 16 to play in the first quarter. Aylward will get a rare breather. Come out fresh for the 2nd. Blake hits 1 of 2. 14-6 our score. St. Francis in front with the ball. Kamari Jordan handling the point guard duties. Here's Maddie Kennedy giving it up to Markovic. Markovic walks off to her right side. Up top, Kennedy. Kennedy bounces down low for Cody Brand, and Brand pulls it out. This is Markovic with 5 seconds on the shot clock. Kennedy steps into a three. No good. She had a good look, couldn't get it to go, and Acosta soars for the rebound over a couple of defenders, but Kamari Jordan throws the ball away. Intercepted by Alyssa Guibo, and here's Cody Brand with a strip. Brand just poked it out of the hands of Chloe Salmon from behind, and Kamari Jordan was there to pick up the loose ball. Turnover battle continues. A lot so far in this game. Kennedy finds Brand inside. Brand up with the right hand, loses control. Going the other way with 18 seconds to play in the quarter. Salmon is knocked out of bounds. Substitution for the Redhawks. That's Wesley Wilson coming back in with 2 fouls, but out there for offense with just 17 seconds to play in the quarter. They can hold for the final shot. Instead, Wilson drives immediately, misses on the layup. Rebounded by Acosta. Now the Saints can get the last shot. Markovic slows it down. 7 seconds to go here. It's Kamari Jordan. Deep three-pointer. Short. And rebounded by the Redhawks. They will not get anything off before the end of the period. So we played 1 at the end of 10 minutes of action. Saints 14, Redhawks 6. Take a quick break. Back in a moment for quarter number 2. St. Francis basketball for GoFightingSaints.com. One quarter in the books, 10 minutes to play before halftime. Story of the game so far, turnovers, 15 of them to be exact. 6 committed by St. Francis, much higher than Steve Brooks would like to see, but significantly better than Indiana Northwest. They've committed 9 of them in 10 minutes. They're also only 2 of 10 from the field, and considering through 1 quarter of play, they've got 9 turnovers, 20% shooting. Redhawks are lucky to be down by just 8. Saints have struggled from the field as well, though, shooting just 38%. 6 of 16 overall. Kamari Jordan's got a couple of 3-pointers, 6 points for her. Caitlin Aylward's got 4 points, 5 rebounds in the first quarter. Gina Rubino is Northwest's leader with a 3-ball. Redhawks basketball as we start the second quarter. Going the same way. It's Alexis Blake on the right wing, guarded by Adriana Acosta. They move to the left side. Rubino passes off to Wilson. Back to Rubino at the top of the key. Left wing, Blake, 12 to shoot. Alexis Blake trying to dribble around Acosta. Good defense. Salmon wanted the 3, but Kamari Jordan is right there on defense. 4 seconds to shoot. Blake hoists one up and scores. Off the front iron, she rolls it home. Alexis Blake has her first field goal. 3 points for her in the game now. Caitlin Aylward sitting at the scorer's table for the Fighting Saints, getting ready to come in at the next whistle. Here's Ivana Markovic. Markovic passes to Kennedy, now inside Acosta. Good ball movement, bounce back to Kennedy, inside Acosta, offensive foul. She shoved Alexis Blake. Blake right in Acosta's face on defense, and Acosta wanted a little extra room. She found it by illegal means. It's another turnover for the Saints. 6-point lead, 9 minutes to play in the first half. Cody Brand sits down for Aylward. Goshrowski to Rubino, left wing. Up top, Alexis Blake. Shots have not been easy to come by so far in this game. Wesley Wilson playing with 2 fouls. Dribbles to the left side, shot clock under 10 seconds. Wilson backing down on Markovic. Throws up a wild shot and misses. She gets her own rebound. Shot clock resets. That one hit the rim, it just grazed it. But it is a fresh 30 seconds for the Redhawks. 3-pointer for Wilson, short. Rebounded by Acosta. Shooting woes continue for Indiana Northwest. The defense has been relentless today for the Fighting Saints. Markovic walks it to the top, backs it up a little bit. She'll reset the offense with 17 seconds to shoot. It's Kennedy on the left wing. Maddie Kennedy looking for help. She finds Aylward in the corner. Aylward dribbles inside the paint, finds Acosta streaking down the baseline, and Andriana Acosta lays it up and in from the right side. She's got her first two. Saints once again doubling up the Red Hawks. 16-8 our score. Alexis Blake right side, driving along the baseline on Acosta. Shovels it off to Rubino. It's off Rubino's hands and out of bounds. Gina Rubino perhaps not quite ready for that pass. And it deflects out the baseline. Saints ball. They'll face the full court press here. No problem as Maddie Kennedy walks it across the timeline, center court. She passes to the right side, and Ivana Markovic. Kamari Jordan to her left. This is Caitlin Aylward. Aylward across court looking for Jordan. The pass deflected away and out of bounds. Gina Rubino got her hands on it. Jordan chased it down but let it go. Last touched by the team in black. St. Francis ball, 13 seconds on the shot clock. Sideline inbounds play. It goes into Aylward. Bounce to Jordan, right back to Aylward, who took a step before putting the ball on the ground. Another traveling violation. And Indiana Northwest ball. They trail by 8. As I said, at the end of the first quarter, could be a lot worse for the Red Hawks. They have not played crisp basketball at all tonight. St. Francis has forced them into some very tough offensive possessions. Still within 3 possessions here. Jayla Crump is back in for the Red Hawks. Leah Sims on the floor for the Fighting Saints. Rubino spins around Sims and floats it off the backboard and in. 16-10. The Red Hawks find double digits. Here's Leah Sims coming off of what may have been her best game of the season on Saturday. To Kamari Jordan. Left side, it's Ivana Markovic. Back up top, Jordan. Open three. Jordan can't hit this time. Rebound tapped out of the hands of Alexis Blake by Acosta, but Andriana Acosta has whistled for her second foul on the strip. And that'll bring Nicole Davidson off the bench and back in for Acosta. 6:50 to play, first half, 16-10, St. Francis leads. Saints, though, have turned the ball over 8 times in today's first half. Low-scoring game so far. There's a drive from Wilson, a bump, the shot goes, and the foul is on St. Francis. So a chance at a 3-point play as Markovic is called for her first. Risky play by Wesley Wilson, playing with 2 fouls here in the first half. Drove right into the defense, not backing down despite the foul trouble, and Wilson hits on the layup but misses the free throw. So it remains a 4-point game. 4 consecutive points on the board, however, for Indiana Northwest. Saints not yet in a rhythm on offense. Markovic finds Aylward in the corner. Jalen Aylward dishes it back to Kamari Jordan. Jordan drives right side, dishes out to Markovic. Corner 3, no good. Rebound to Indiana Northwest, nearly thrown away by Chloe Salmon. Gina Rubino chased down the loose ball. Here's Alexis Blake as she falls to the ground, throws the ball away, and picked off by Kamari Jordan. Kaylin Aylward on the other end. Right wing, she pulls up and passes off to Kamari Jordan. Jordan dribbles it back up top, passes to the right. It's Aylward. 14 seconds on the shot clock. It's Ivana Markovic. Left side, Leah Sims. Passing off to Kamari Jordan, back to Sims. Sims with 5 to shoot to Jordan. Jordan drives, pulls up at the foul line, passes to Davidson. 2 seconds on the shot clock. Davidson throws it up, off the back iron, no. Rebound by Wesley Wilson. Here Wilson comes, off to the left side. She passes to Chloe Salmon, driving on Jordan. Salmon pulls up, pulls back outside. Jayla Crump puts the ball on the ground. Going in on Aylward, tries to score over Aylward. Good defense, couldn't get it to the rim. Missed shot for Indiana Northwest. And a 10-second violation called against St. Francis. Kamari Jordan just not paying attention to the clock there. She took her time walking down the floor, and it took her more than 10 seconds to cross the timeline. It's been a sloppy game. That one, the most avoidable turnover yet. But St. Francis does give it back up to Indiana Northwest. And it's the Red Hawks basketball with a couple of substitutes coming on. It's Alyssa Gibo back into the game along with Kelsey Goshrowski, and Goshrowski gets the ball inside but is called for the travel. Substitute for the Fighting Saints on that last whistle was Allie Hernandez, sophomore out of Providence Catholic High School. Hernandez, it's her first action of the night. Markovic takes a seat. It's Davidson, Sims, Jordan, Aylward, and Hernandez on the floor right now. Leah Sims passes off to Caitlin Aylward. Over to Sims. Left side, Hernandez. Allie Hernandez bounces once, passes off to Sims. Driving with the left hand. Out to Hernandez. 4 on the shot clock. Pull-up jumper. Allie Hernandez misses too strong. Long rebound out to Gina Rubino. 16-12 our score. 4.5 minutes to play, first half. Gibo pulls up. Bounces inside. Goshrowski banks it home over Davidson. It's a 2-point game. St. Francis just 1 of 4 from the field in the second quarter. Haven't got enough shots up. Here's Aylward getting the entry pass at the free throw line. Dribbles inside, has it stripped and taken away by the Red Hawks. Rubino lobs it ahead, seams, finishes on the layup, and we're tied at 16. Timeout called by Steve Brooks as the Saints have fallen apart here in the second quarter. We're tied for the first time tonight. An 8-0 run for the Red Hawks, who trailed 16-8. They were down 7-0 right off the bat. So this is the first time they have gotten anywhere close to St. Francis in this game, closer than 5 points at any point. When it was 16-12, first time they had gotten within 5 or under 5. And they've continued their run, and it's not been efficient offense for the Red Hawks. Still just 7 of 18 from the field, 12 turnovers, and just 16 minutes of game action. But the Saints are not in any kind of groove on the offensive end right now. We'll see what Steve Brooks can draw up coming out of this timeout. St. Francis just 7 of 21 from the field, 33%. They're 2 of 9 from beyond the three-point arc. Both of those makes coming from Kamari Jordan. It's not a big three-point shooting team. Fighting Saints had made just 83 of them through 14 games coming into today, and most of those coming from Jordan. She's made nearly half of the 83. Paige Gieske back into the game out of the timeout, inbounds to Jordan. Gieske ahead to Davidson, finds Allie Hernandez, who gives it off inside to Gieske, and she loses it out of bounds. Well, the play out of the timeout looked good. Hernandez actually may have had an open layup. She decided to pass up on it, giving it off to Gieske instead. And Gieske had a good look as well. Just couldn't quite hold on to the ball. We've got a whistle and a foul called against the offense. Indiana Northwest turns it over. They had a chance to take the lead for the first time tonight. And a charge called. Alyssa Gibo called for her first. And it's the first foul of the quarter on Indiana Northwest. Change that one. It is on Gina Rubino rather than Gibo. They changed the foul call, but still against the Red Hawks. Now the Saints trying to take the lead back. Jordan over to Gieske, right wing. Caitlin Aylward to Kamari Jordan on the left side. Back to Aylward, swung around to the right, it's Allie Hernandez. Hernandez into the corner, finds Jordan, guarded by Wesley Wilson. 7 seconds to shoot. Jordan walks it up top, passes off to Aylward. Nice fake. Now she steps back for 3. Aylward can't get it to go. Davidson working for the rebound, but she tapped it inadvertently to Carly Seams, and Indiana Northwest takes over. Again, they can take the lead here. Off the hands of Gibo. She passes it up top to Rubino after regaining control. Wilson down in the corner. Up top, Gibo with her foot just over the three-point line. Here's Seams, 9 seconds to shoot. Seams backs it up, now dribbles to the left side. Drives and kicks, three-point attempt. Wilson, perfect. Wesley Wilson puts Indiana Northwest on top for the first time tonight. 19-16, it's an 11-0 run for the Red Hawks. Kamari Jordan looking to answer on the other end. Jordan holds it on the outside, passing off to Gieske. Hernandez, left corner. Hernandez bounces it once and passes off to Caitlin Aylward. 9 seconds to shoot. It's Gieske, right side. Gieske underhands it over to Jordan. 3 seconds. Jordan, step back three. Off the backboard, no. Rebounded by Goshrowski. 11-0 run for the Redhawks, trying to add to it, it seems. To Goshrowski, over to Rubino. Three-pointer, no. And the rebound loose, picked up by Goshrowski. Redhawks will reset with 1:45 to play in the first half. Rubino thought about the three, passed it off instead. Seams looking inside for Goshrowski, can't get a handle on it. Goshrowski loses that ball out of bounds. It's a turnover. Markovic, Brand, Kennedy back in for the Fighting Saints. Jordan and Aylward will sit down, and so will Nicole Davidson. Chloe Salmon back in for Indiana Northwest. Ebo takes a seat. Here's Ivana Markovic dribbling to the right side. She passes off to Gieske. Down into the corner for Ali Hernandez. Hernandez walks it towards the top of the key. Finds Markovic on the left wing. Now down into the corner. It's Gieske. 9 seconds on the shot clock. Hernandez throws it away. She fired that ball right to Kelsey Goshrowski. An easy interception. This is Rubino. Swung around to the left. Wilson. Up top, Chloe Salmon. Quiet night so far for Salmon. She kicks it out to Sims. 10 to shoot, under a minute to play in the second quarter. Wilson around a screen from Goshrowski, crosses back over to the right side. 3 on the shot clock. Rubino drives and draws the foul. With 1 second to shoot, Rubino put up a prayer against a couple of defenders and got the contact she was looking for. Paige Gieske called for her second foul. It's the team's 4th, so they'll get free throws on any fouls the rest of the half. Just 48 seconds to play, though, until halftime as Gina Rubino hits on the first free throw. 4-point lead for Indiana Northwest, their biggest. It's a 12-0 run. And there's another. 21-16. They have outscored St. Francis 15-2 here in the second quarter. Ivana Markovic passes to the left, and Maddie Kennedy. Here's Gieske to the right side. Ali Hernandez, 14 to shoot. Hernandez backs it outside the perimeter. Off to the right, Markovic. Markovic inside to an open Gieske, who misses the layup from point-blank range. Shot clock is off, 18 seconds to play in the quarter. 5-point lead for Indiana Northwest. They're on a 13-0 run. They've outscored St. Francis 15-2 in the period. And they can take the last shot here before the half. 3 seconds, Seams. 2 seconds on the clock. Salmon puts up a long two, short, and that's how the first half ends. St. Francis dominated period 1. Indiana Northwest dominated period 2. 21-16, the Redhawks lead the Fighting Saints at halftime. 15 minutes on the clock for our intermission. I'll be back with the second half in a little bit. Stick with us. Saints trail by 5.5. Welcome back inside the Sullivan Center on the campus of the University of St. Francis. Terry Bonadonna with you for another half of basketball. St. Francis trails Indiana Northwest 21-16 through 20 minutes of play. Not a pretty first half for either side. 26 combined turnovers. The Redhawks committed 14 of them, but the Saints only turned those into 6 points. St. Francis turned the ball over 12 times, and Indiana Northwest was able to capitalize a little bit better, scoring 11 points off of turnovers. Kamari Jordan led the Saints with 6 points, but she also turned it over 4 times. Caitlin Aylward, 4 points, 7 rebounds, 3 assists. For Indiana Northwest, Gina Rubino has a game-high 7 points. Chloe Salmon has 4 rebounds, only 2 points on 1 of 4 shooting. She led the team in points coming into play today, averaging 15.5 per game. Saints went just 1 of 8 from the field in the second quarter, shooting 29% for the game. They were outscored in the second period 15-2. And as we open up the second half, Indiana Northwest resumes a 13-0 run. We'll see if the Saints can snap that as they take the first possession here. They switch sides, going from left to right. And it's Caitlin Aylward with the ball on the left wing. She passes out to Kamari Jordan. Jordan drives around Gibo, fires inside to Nicole Davidson, who draws the foul. Nice start to half number 2, as Nicole Davidson finds her way to the free throw line. Chloe Salmon's second foul, so big for another reason, aside from getting the free throws here. They forced the leading scorer on Indiana Northwest into foul trouble as Davidson knocks down the first free throw. Nicole Davidson, junior forward, averaging 11 points per game. These are her first 2 of tonight, and she makes it a 3-point game. Check that, she had scored 2 before, so 4 points now for Davidson. There's Alyssa Gibo on the drive around Aylward, and Aylward commits the foul. So just 22 seconds into the second half, we've already got our 3rd and 4th free throws coming up. These two teams combined for just 5 free throws in the entire first half. None of them for St. Francis. First free throw misses. 21-18. Redhawks closed out first half on a 13-0 run. St. Francis has already matched their point total from the second quarter here in the third. Gibo hits 1-2, 22-18. St. Francis basketball facing the full court press. This is Caitlin Aylward across half court. She passes to the left side, and Paige Gieske. Ivana Markovic up top to Aylward. Here's Jordan on the right wing. Markovic once again to the left side, and Aylward into Jordan, 9 to shoot. Markovic on the right, up top Gieske. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Jordan pulls up at the left elbow, misses on a jumper. Wesley Wilson tries to secure the rebound, nearly lost it out of bounds, but Alexis Blake chased it down just barely, keeping it alive. Redhawks basketball leading by 4. On the drive, Salmon down into the corner for Alyssa Gibo. Caitlin Aylward defending her. Gibo looking for Rubino, pass deflected by Aylward and picked off. She looks up down the floor, Paige Gieske all alone on the other end, and Gieske lays it in. That one set up by the strong Caitlin Aylward defense. She comes up with a steal, and now her 4th assist of the night. Aylward looking for another steal. Gibo down on the floor, and a timeout called by Indiana Northwest, a 30-second timeout forced by the St. Francis defense. Paige Gieske hit the layup moments ago, up to 4 points for the game now for the freshman out of Dundee Crown High School. Got a cheering section from her alma mater here today. Gieske not wearing the mask on her face here in the second half. She's been wearing it for the last couple of games after getting hurt a couple of weeks ago, but clearly not comfortable with it on, and playing without it here in the second half. She's off to a good start. Saints off to a much better start here in the second half than they were in the second quarter. They've already scored 4 points. They were outscored 15-2 over the final 10 minutes of the first half. Redhawks ball out of the timeout, 20 seconds on the shot clock. Rubino fires it over to Gibo. Up top, back to Rubino. To the left wing, Chloe Salmon. Amari Jordan has done great defensive work on Salmon all night. 6 seconds to shoot. It's Rubino spinning into the lane. Rubino layup misses with 1 second on the shot clock. Offensive rebound, Alexis Blake. Her putback is no good. And Aylward comes down with the board. Aylward nearing double-digit rebounds now. That's number 8 for the sophomore. Gieske on the left side. Passes off to Ivana Markovic. Here's Kamari Jordan on the right wing. Jordan looking around for help, finds Aylward, 7 on the shot clock. Markovic drives left side, splits the 2 defenders, but misses on the runner. And the rebound is secured by Chloe Salmon. Markovic made a nice move there, got herself an open shot, but missed it. Here's Rubino on the other end, getting fouled going to the hoop. Nicole Davidson had the clean block, but got her with the body. And Davidson is called for her first foul. It's the second on the team. Two free throws for Gina Rubino. And she hits on the first. 5 of 8 from the line today as a team. Indiana Northwest has a 3-point lead. Rubino, junior from Crown Point, Indiana, knocks them both down. She's got a game-high 9 points, and the lead is 4. Markovic from Gieske. Walks to the right. Playing against 2-3 zone defense. Nicole Davidson all alone inside, misses from point blank. Rebound tapped by Gibo, and she saves it to Wesley Wilson. Here come the Redhawks. Wilson up top, guarded by Markovic. To the left side, Gina Rubino. Into the corner, Gibo. Back to Rubino, swung around the perimeter. 13 on the shot clock. Rubino drives left side, picks up her dribble, finds the cutting Gibo. Layup, no. Rebounded by Davidson. Another big stop for St. Francis. Still, though, not in a rhythm offensively. 3 minutes, 20 seconds into the second half. They have just 1 field goal. Davidson bounces it inside to Aylward, backing down in the post. Turnaround jumper, no. 1 and done for the Saints as the Redhawks clear it quickly. This is Wesley Wilson on the other end. Pull-up jumper from about 11 feet, no. Rebound saved by Blake. Out to Gibo, they keep it alive. Shot clock does not reset. Shot missed the rim. There are 12 seconds to shoot here. Rubino backs it out. Around the screen to the right side. Rubino picks up her dribble, hounded by Aylward, gives it up to the right. 3 seconds on the shot clock, and Salmon dribbles it off her foot out of bounds. I'm not sure if it went out first or the shot clock ran out. Either way, it's a turnover. Saints basketball, 6:04 to play. Third quarter, down by 4. A couple of substitutes come on for Indiana Northwest. Jesse Seams is back in. And Elena Richter makes her first appearance of the night. Here's Ivana Markovic in the corner. Markovic passes off to Caitlin Aylward. Aylward guarded down low by Goshrowski. Kelsey Goshrowski also just into the game. 7 seconds on the shot clock. Kamari Jordan trying to cross over on Wilson. Drives the lane, floats it short off the rim. Rebounded by Goshrowski. Redhawks are on the move. It's an open shooter, right side 3 for Richter, falls. Transition points there for Indiana Northwest. Saints slow to get back on D. 7-point lead for the Redhawks. This is their biggest of the night. Caitlin Aylward passes to Paige Gieske on the left wing. Back to Aylward at the elbow. She passes outside to Ivana Markovic. Shot clock again under 10 seconds. Aylward in the corner, fakes, passes out to Markovic. 3-pointer, good for the answer. Ivana Markovic, a huge 3-pointer, responding to Richter's 3 on the other end. Markovic has her first 3 on the board tonight. It's a 4-point game. Richter tries another 3. Not this time, rebounded by Davidson. Amari Jordan moving quickly down the floor. Seams on the defense. Jordan spun around her, but was called for the travel. Adriana Acosta in after a long layoff. Caitlin Aylward heads to the bench. Acosta sat out with 2 fouls about midway through the second quarter. First time we've seen her since. 2 points for Acosta, 3 rebounds, and 8 first-half minutes. Goshrowski off the backboard, she's fouled. Nice feed from Elena Richter to set that one up. Goshrowski hit by Paige Gieske, her 3rd foul. It's the 3rd on the team. Gieske, the first Saint, and serious foul trouble with 3 of them for the game. And the first free throw rims in from Goshrowski. Aylward was on the bench for only a few seconds. Dee Brooks will call on her again with Gieske picking up that foul. Second shot from Goshrowski is good. It's a 6-point game. 4.5 minutes to play, 3rd quarter. Markovic dribbles it across half court to the right side, given up to Kamari Jordan. Left wing, Acosta. Andriana Acosta drives with the left hand, passes back outside to Aylward. Into Acosta. Acosta nowhere to go. She finds Markovic. Now Kamari Jordan for 3. Too strong. Rebound tipped around out of bounds. Last touched by the Redhawks. Goshrowski is arguing it should have been Redhawk basketball because that shot from Kamari Jordan, after bouncing off the rim, hit up off the shot clock. I don't know if she's wrong about that. Jumper off the inbounds play from Davidson, no. Aylward rebound, scores, and a foul. Aylward a chance at a 3-point play. Goshrowski double frustrated. She thought that they should have had the ball back. Didn't get the call. And now instead, it's a 3-point play for Aylward. So Caitlin Aylward on the cusp of a double-double. She's got 7 points in the game. It's a 1-possession contest once again. Elena Richter off to Seams. Jesse Seams bounces it down low for Wesley Wilson. Wilson saves it from going out of bounds, but right to Caitlin Aylward. Another turnover committed by the Redhawks. We'll see if St. Francis can take advantage. Markovic going hard to the left side. Seams punches it out from behind. It'll stay with St. Francis along the sideline. 21 to shoot, it's Aylward. Top of the key. Slowing things down. Off to Jordan, left wing. 13 to shoot. Jordan up top to Acosta, right side, it's Aylward. Goshrowski guarding her. 7 seconds on the shot clock. Here's Ivana Markovic. Dribbling on Jesse Seams, out to Aylward. Step back 3 with the shot clock running down. Too strong, offensive rebound, Andriana Acosta. The Saints start the possession over as the clock runs down to 3 minutes to play in the 3rd quarter. And a 5-second call against Kamari Jordan. That's the 2nd time today she's made a costly mistake like that on offense. The 5-second violation here, as she never made a move. And back in the first half, she was called for a 10-second violation in the backcourt without having been pressured. It's been a tough night for Jordan. Hasn't scored since the 1st quarter. Goshrowski backs down on Aylward, scoops it up with the right hand and misses. Here come the Saints again, down by 3. Jordan at the midcourt circle. Passes off to Markovic. Markovic gets the screen from Davidson, walks it off to the left. Now cuts back to the right side, passes to Jordan. Kamari Jordan backing down on Seams, spins around her, gets underneath the basket, misses underneath, but gets her own rebound. Dished off inside to Aylward, and Caitlin Aylward puts it in. Nice work by Kamari Jordan, made a great move to the hoop. Couldn't finish, but got her own rebound and picks up the assist. 1-point game now, 12 minutes to play in the contest. Driving, off the glass, no from Gina Rubino. Rebounded by Davidson, the Saints can reclaim the lead. Ivana Markovic dribbles it to the top. Off to Kamari Jordan, left wing. Jordan gets the screen from Aylward, pull up at the free throw line, she banks it in. Saints back in front, their first lead since it was 16-14. It's a 30-29 game. St. Francis has scored the last 7. They trailed by as many as 7. Jesse Seams misses on the runner. Well defended by Kamari Jordan. St. Francis trying to extend their run here. It's Ivana Markovic passing off to Kamari Jordan. Jordan dribbles it to the top, passes to the left side. Ivana Markovic. Shot clock down to 14. Markovic throws it away. Intercepted by Indiana Northwest. Racing down the floor, it's Wilson giving it up to Elena Richter. Under a minute to play in the quarter. Gostrowski out to Seams. Wesley Wilson slows things down. Walking in on Acosta. Out to Seams. Markovic on the defense. Seams drives, pulls up just outside the paint. She gives it up to Gostrowski. Driving the baseline, Gostrowski's foul. Third foul on Andriana Acosta. 2 free throws here for Kelsey Gostrowski. First one falls, and we are tied at 30. Markovic sits down. Leah Sims comes on for the final 44.5 seconds of the third. Second free throw is good. So after briefly trailing, Indiana Northwest right back in front, 31-30. Saints can reclaim the lead on this side of the floor. This is Leah Sims against the 2-3 zone defense that the Redhawks have employed throughout this game. 12 seconds on the shot clock. Jordan back to Sims, right side. Kamari Jordan inside to Caitlin Aylward. Aylward throws it up the right hand and misses. It hit the rim, fresh shot clock. In fact, the shot clock is off now as the Saints come down with the offensive rebound. 8 seconds to play in the quarter. Kamari Jordan gets inside, now out to Sims. Sims throws up a wild one and scores from inside the circle, and that will end the third quarter. Nice move by Leah Sims as she puts the Saints in front 32-31 at the end of 3 quarters. We've got 10 minutes to play. This one a long way from decided, and we've got all the action still to come your way after this short break. 1-point lead for St. Francis after 3. Fourth quarter coming your way. Saints lead the Redhawks 32-31. St. Francis shooting 33% from the field. They've had a tough night, but they were 6 of 16 in the third quarter, a significant upgrade from their 1 of 8 shooting in the second. Caitlin Aylward 1 point away from a double-double. She leads the team with 9 points, 10 rebounds, and 5 assists. She's on the floor guarding the ball handler, Alyssa Gibo, as we start this fourth quarter. Wesley Wilson for the Redhawks. Dribbles to the right and hands it off to Gibo, driving on Leah Sims. Wesley Wilson cuts to the basket and misses on the layup. Saints come away with the rebound. Aylward fires inside to Nicole Davidson, blocked from behind by Gibo, but a foul call. Indiana Northwest, for as much as St. Francis has struggled, has been even worse from the field, 9 of 21. Just 29% for the game for the Redhawks. Davidson misses on the first free throw. Nicole Davidson, 2 of 3 from the line tonight. She's got 4 points. Averaged 11.4 coming in. She hits 1 of 2. 2-point lead for St. Francis. Their largest of the game has been 8. That was early. In fact, they were up 16-8 before Indiana Northwest ended the first half on a 13-0 run. Redhawks have led by as many as 7 points. They find themselves behind here with the ball. Wesley Wilson drives and kicks. Alexis Blake for 3 and the lead. No. Rebound in the corner to Sims. Leah Sims pulls up in the midcourt circle and passes off to her right, and Kamari Jordan. Sims backs it up to the circle again. Out of the right side, Jordan. Jordan doesn't use the screen from Davidson. She dribbles to her right, fires inside. Aylward finishes. Kamari Jordan picks up another assist, and Caitlin Aylward's got the double-double, 11 and 10. Still 8:40 to play in the game. Jessie Sims drives in on Leah Sims, and Sims holds her ground. Sims has to back it up. Drive from Salmon, blocked out of bounds. Chloe Salmon still has just 2 points in the game. She averaged 15.6 over her first 17. Here comes the inbounds play to Wilson for 3. It's good. Perfect shot, Wesley Wilson. Indiana Northwest back to within 1. It was a much-needed 3-ball from Wilson. Nearly thrown away on the pass from Davidson. Jordan alertly just tipped it off to Leah Sims as she was unable to make the catch. Sims backs it up and passes over to Jordan. Shot clock down to 10. It's Jordan on the right wing. Passing off to Aylward, now left side, Leah Sims. Sims, step back 3. Off the mark. Rebound, Aylward, poked out of her hands by Gibo. Nice work by Gibo. Quick reach in. Here's Chloe Salmon on the drive, stripped by Jordan, out of bounds. It'll stay with the Redhawks. 21 to shoot. Tough night for Chloe Salmon continues. Gibo will inbound here. She's got Rubino, Blake, Wilson, and Salmon on the floor with her. Inbounded to Gina Rubino. Down low, Blake. Blake taps it off to Wesley Wilson, who finishes for 2. Indiana Northwest back in front, 36 to 35. It's our 4th lead change of the game. We've been tied thrice. Kamari Jordan was bleeding. Got cut at some point. I don't know when it happened, but she has to check out for now. So Markovic back in with Leah Sims in the backcourt. Davidson, Acosta, Aylward out there as well. Here's Acosta, bouncing out to Markovic. Around to the left side, Aylward for 3, got it. Caitlin Aylward's having a nice night. Her first 3-pointer of the game. The 4th of the night for St. Francis as a team. Blake for the answer, no. Rims out from just a couple of feet out. St. Francis takes it back. Here's Leah Sims. Under 7 minutes to play in the game. Acosta on the right wing. Gets it up top to Sims. To the left side, it's Ivana Markovic. Markovic dribbling around with 10 to shoot. Off to Acosta. Acosta pulls up, passes out to Markovic. Ivana Markovic drives, kicks to Sims. 3-pointer, no. Rebounded by Acosta, and she's fouled. Andriana Acosta's had a nice night on the offensive glass. Either 3 or 4 offensive rebounds for her. 6 overall. And the foul is called on Alexis Blake. It's her 2nd. It's on the floor. Sims gets it in to Aylward. And Aylward backs it out near the midcourt logo. Left wing, it's Caitlin Aylward. Hounded by Goshrowski, and Goshrowski commits the foul. Kelsey Goshrowski very aggressive on defense there, and in the end a little bit too aggressive. She's called for her 2nd foul. It's the team's 3rd. And the ball goes into Leah Sims. Markovic holds it up top. Kamari Jordan is all cleaned up and ready to check back in. She sits at the scorer's table. Sims into the corner. Acosta, long 2-pointer is good. Andriana Acosta puts the Saints back up by 4. 40 to 36, under 6 minutes to play. And we got a whistle, timeout called by Indiana Northwest. It's a full timeout. 5:54 to play, 40-36 St. Francis. They seem to have recaptured momentum in this game after getting outscored 15-2 in the second quarter. Saints have come back and led 24-15 throughout the second half thus far. Saints trying to complete the sweep of red teams from Indiana. They beat the Red Wolves of Indiana East on Saturday. Today have the Red Hawks of Indiana Northwest. Actually, their next home game after today is also against an Indiana university, Indiana South Bend. So they're getting Indiana from every direction, east, northwest, and well, South Bend is in the northwest as well. But they go by Indiana South Bend. That's a week from tonight, 5 o'clock next Wednesday. They also wear red, but their team name is the Titans, so they don't quite count in the same category as the Red Wolves and the Red Hawks that we've seen this week. Saints have not had an easy time of it tonight. Shooting just 36% from the field, they've turned it over 15 times. Then you look across the way, Red Hawks shooting only 31% with 17 turnovers. So in some ways it's been an ugly game, but for the victor at the end of it, they don't care how aesthetically pleasing it is. The Saints hoping that victor is them. They're 5:50 away. Red Hawks basketball though, Wesley Wilson. Passes off to the right side, and Gibo. This is Gina Rubino backing it up with 9 seconds to shoot. Rubino fires to the right. Gibo looking inside for Grashowski. Pass deflected away. Gibo picks it back up. 2 seconds to shoot. She hoists one up. Misses it short and can't get the roll. Rebounded by Acosta. That's 7 for her. Saints will slow things down. Amari Jordan down into the corner to Markovic. Caitlin Aylward, three-pointer from the wing. No good. Acosta, another offensive rebound. She gives it up to Aylward, who lays it up. No. An open layup, but she missed it. And here come the Redhawks once more. Wilson going up over Markovic. Knocked out of bounds. Good block by Ivana Markovic. 22 on the shot clock. The Redhawks keep the ball. Jesse Seams into the game. Melissa Gibo sits down. Seams to inbound. Sims playing defense. Into Rubino. Rubino passes off to Seams. Dribbling in with the left hand. She pulls up at the free throw line, passes it outside. Salmon, three-pointer from the left side, no good. Rebounded by Markovic. Chloe Salmon now 1 of 6 from the field in the game. This is Kamari Jordan with the 4-point lead around the screen. She passes off to Leah Sims on the right. Sims will back it off. Markovic, left wing, 8 on the shot clock. Dribbles to the left, driving in on Goshrowski. She kicks it outside to Sims. Sims 3, yes, Leah Sims. First 3 of the game for her. Largest lead for St. Francis since it was 16-8 back in the first half. Rubino off to Wilson. Wilson drives left side, pivot outside, pass, three-pointer to Salmon, no. Rebound for St. Francis, and Salmon now 1 of 7 from the field. Leah Sims hit the three-pointer on the last possession. She passes off to Ivana Markovic. She gets it back to Sims, 9 to shoot. Sims guarded by Seams. In the corner, Markovic. 3 seconds on the shot clock. Markovic shovels it off to Aylward, and as the shot clock expires, Aylward lays it up and in with 2 hands. 9-point lead St. Francis. It's their biggest tonight. And a timeout called by St. Francis. Full timeout. Saints are on the move here. They are on a 10-0 run to take control of this game. 45-36 with 3:16 to play, trying to pick up their 10th victory of the year. Indiana University Northwest entered with a record of just 7-10. Definitely a disappointment for Ryan Shelton's squad, which has won 20 games or more 3 of the last 4 years. Last year they went to the NAIA National Tournament, where they fell in the first round to a CCAC opponent, Cardinal Stritch. High expectations coming into this year. Their leading returning scorer, though, Grace Roach, who averaged 16 points per game last year, averaged 24 per contest through 3 games this year, but she's been out the majority of the year, and they have sorely missed her. And she played in just 3 games, averaged 24.3 points, 6.3 rebounds, and 3 assists. And without her, Indiana Northwest has failed to capture some of that same magic that took them to the tournament a season ago. It is the Redhawks basketball here. Down by 9, their largest deficit of the entire night. 3 minutes to play. Rubino dribbles it off her foot, and it's picked up by Kamari Jordan. Lobbed ahead for Cody Brand. Brand's layup is no good, but she's fouled. Brand heads to the free throw line. 4th foul called against Indiana Northwest. Saints have not been called for a foul yet in the 4th quarter. Saints will forego rebounding here, hoping that Brand can knock him down. She does miss on the first. Brand, not an exceptional free throw shooter. Just 8 of 14 for the season. 53%. And she misses them both here. Still a 9-point lead for the Fighting Saints. Seams, dribbles to the right side, backs it out. Here's Elena Richter for 3. Rims out, Seams taps the rebound, out of bounds, and the referees say it was last touched by St. Francis, perhaps Markovic. Not sure he saw that one correctly. It didn't look like the Saints were actually all that close to the ball. Seams the only one to touch it, and it was seen from a better angle on this side by the official. They talk it over and reverse the call. St. Francis basketball. Kamari Jordan will run some time off the clock here. She walks it across half court. She hands it off to Ivana Markovic. Caitlin Aylward over to Kamari Jordan. Jordan fires it inside to Cody Brand. Brand looks outside for Leah Sims, and a 3-second violation is called. Not sure if that was Aylward or Brand who couldn't get out of the paint. I think Cody Brand called for the infraction there. It's a turnover. Red Hawk basketball. Second half has been a lot cleaner than the first in terms of those turnovers, but still a few more than Steve Brooks would like to see. There's a drive from Salmon. Her pass deflected, but she picks it back up. Out to Richter, who misses the 3, and Brand comes down with the rebound. Final 2 minutes now. Saints looking to salt this one away. This is Ivana Markovic. Markovic dribbles to the right side, passes out to Caitlin Aylward. Here's Cody Brand. Jordan into Aylward. Aylward banks it home. Caitlin Aylward's got a team high 18 points, and the lead is 11 for St. Francis. The run is 12 consecutive points. Rubino throws up a wild shot, but she's bailed out by the foul call. Kamari Jordan got in her way. 1:22 to go. Rubino's got 2 free throws. Sitting on 9 points. She scored 7 in the first half. She hasn't scored in more than 15 minutes of game time. But she knocks down the first free throw here. That ends that 12-0 run. Rubino, a 9-point per game scorer. There's one more shot coming up. Cody Brand sits down, and Adriana Acosta back in. 2 for 2 from the line for Rubino. 9-point game. They'll put on the full court press, but a timeout called first by Steve Brooks from the sideline. 30-second timeout. 82 seconds remain in this game, and the Saints are in very good position to escape with the victory. It has been far from their best game played. Scored just 2 points in the second quarter. They've turned the ball over 16 times in the game, but only 4 of them since halftime. Like I said, it has not been their best effort of the year, but if they can get out of here with a win, Steve Brooks will be happy to take it, build on it going forward, and especially with the meat of the schedule coming up. Conference play begins in earnest on Saturday. Everyone in the CCAC has already played 7 conference games this year. But from here on out, it's nothing but CCAC action. Last 13 games will all be in conference. St. Francis gets the ball into Kamari Jordan, and Jordan breaks the press. Aylward down into the corner to Markovic. To the cutting Aylward. Aylward floats it to the hoop, no good. Battling for the rebound, Acosta pulls it in. Back up, no. She gets her own rebound and is tied up by Wesley Wilson. Held ball, it'll stay with St. Francis. Adriana Acosta has been fabulous on the offensive glass. She's got 7 offensive rebounds now for the game. Into Kamari Jordan. We're under a minute to play tonight. Aylward over to Acosta. Shot clock at 15. Jordan down low for Aylward. She misses from point blank range, and it's rebounded by Elena Richter. Flying down the floor, Chloe Salmon loses control of the ball, and now it's loose on the floor. A tie-up. This time it'll stay with Indiana Northwest. Still, Chloe Salmon looked like she had a layup there. Lost the handle on the ball. Salmon's nightmarish eve continues. Grand back in for defense. There's a drive from Wilson. Out to Salmon for 3. Good. Boy, did she need that. And boy, did her team need that. 3-pointer for Chloe Salmon. She's got 5 points for the game now. Timeout called by Indiana Northwest. Trailing by just 6 with 35 seconds left. Still alive. And most likely needing to foul right away on this next possession. If that 3 had not gone down, St. Francis had come away with the rebound. That might have been all she wrote, but as it is, because of the big 3-pointer for Salmon, we've still got a game. Chloe Salmon, again, averaging 15.6 points per game for the year. She's a very good 3-point shooter, 43%. And that's on a whopping 88 attempts. More than 5 per game. Prior to that shot, however, she had been just 1 of 7 from the field and 0 for 4 on threes. And part of that has been just that she's had a tough night. Part of it, though, has been some really nice defense all night. Played by St. Francis. Both teams have played well on defense, and neither team has played nearly as well as they'd like on offense. 47-41 our score, but this second half has been much crisper than was the first. First half featured a combined total of 26 turnovers for these two teams. Since the break, they've committed just 8 of them combined. Markovic will inbound. She gets it into Aylward. They're not fouling, looking for the steal, but now as the Saints break the press, they may have to commit that foul. Seams is trying to. She's got Leah Sims, and she wraps her up. Nearly 10 seconds went off the clock there, and it's only this is the 5th foul. They've got this as inbounds play on the sideline. That's the 5th foul, so they're in the bonus. 2 shots coming up for Leah Sims. Sims has 5 points in the game. And she misses on the first free throw. She can pick up her 6th point. It would be huge. Just 1 free throw is all she needs here to make it a 3-possession game. But Sims, not a good foul shooter. She's just 1 of 6 from the line, and obviously limited opportunities this year. Make it 2 of 7, and that was a huge free throw. 48-41. Redhawks need points quickly. Jessie Sims across half court. Taking her time. They've got to move faster than this. This is the right side. Gina Rubino Rubino drives down the lane, out to Seams in the corner. Down to 13 seconds to go in the game. Salmon fires a three. It's an air ball out of bounds. 10.3 on the clock, and that could do it. 7-point game. Acosta comes back in for Brand. The two of them have been playing offense-defense substitutions. If the Saints can get this one in, though, that should be the game. Ivana Markovic into Aylward. Aylward is fouled, and it is a 3-score game with 8 seconds left. St. Francis looks like they're going to walk out of here with their 10th victory of the year. Redhawks needed a steal immediately there and couldn't come up with it. So now Aylward trying to add to what has been a very nice game for her. She's a 68% foul shooter, getting her first attempts in this game. And the first shot is good. Aylward now 19 points, 10 rebounds, 5 assists. Saints by 8. Second shot goes. 20-10-5 is what Aylward will most likely finish with. Outstanding contest for her tonight. And a timeout called by St. Francis, up by 9. I think Steve Brooks just wanted to call everybody over, make sure they're aware of the situation. Just don't foul. Step back, give them space. Really not enough time at this point for Indiana Northwest to come back in this game, even if they were able to score quickly and get a steal. They need to get the ball all the way down the floor and score 3 times, all of them 3-pointers in just 8 seconds, just to send this one to overtime. They get to advance the ball to half court. I thought St. Francis had called the timeout there. This was Indiana's timeout. Inbounded to Seams, and Seams again taking her time. She's going to let the clock run out here, it looks like. Down to 2 seconds, they'll float up one more shot, make it look a little bit closer. The shot falls for Gina Rubino, and that sets our final score at 50-43. St. Francis, it is a final, and the Saints pick up their 2nd consecutive victory. They start out 2018 on a high note with a 7-point win over the visiting Redhawks. They improved to 10-5 on the season. Indiana Northwest falls to 7-11. Let's take a look at some of the final stats from today's game. We've been talking about it all night. Has not been an offensive game, or was not an offensive game. And of course you can see that in the final score of 50-43. St. Francis shot just 37% for the contest. Indiana Northwest 13 of 45 in the game, a shade under 30% for the contest for them. On 3-pointers, very even. St. Francis 5 of 18. Indiana Northwest 5 of 17. 36 rebounds for the Saints, 31 for the Redhawks. Saints and Redhawks committed 16 and 18 turnovers respectively. And those are very respectable totals when you consider how this game started. 26 combined turnovers in the first half, only 8 in the second. Individual performances, there were some good ones for the Fighting Saints. Caitlin Aylward, 20 points, 10 rebounds, 5 assists for her. Andriana Acosta came off the bench and had a very nice game. Acosta scored 20 points on Saturday. Not so active offensively today. She scored just 6 in 20 minutes, but 11 rebounds, 6 of them offensive. Kamari Jordan scored 6 early points for the Saints. In fact, she made their first 2 field goals. A couple of 3-pointers. Only scored once more after that. She had 8 points on 3 of 11 shooting. For Nicole Davidson, 5.7 rebounds and 2 assists. For Indiana Northwest, Gina Rubino led the way with 13 points, including the final 2 at the buzzer there. That made it a 7-point game rather than a 9-pointer. 10 points for Wesley Wilson on 4 of 11 shooting. Chloe Salmon had a really tough night. Just 5 points on 2 of 9 from the field, 1 for 6 from 3-point range. She did, however, lead the team with 7 rebounds. Again, our final score tonight, 50-43. St. Francis does away with Indiana Northwest in the final regular season non-conference game this year. Coming up next, conference season begins for real. Again, they've already played 7 conference games out of their 20 that they'll have this year, but every game the rest of the way will be in the CCAC starting Saturday, a 1 o'clock in the afternoon contest against the Robert Morris Eagles, the first of 2 games against Robert Morris this year. Check that. They do only play Robert Morris once this season. That is coming up this Saturday. Next home game on Wednesday against Indiana South Bend. Indiana teams continue to come to Joliet. 5 o'clock next Wednesday evening against the Titans of Indiana South Bend. That should be a very good game. Indiana South Bend off to a good start this year, a 12-5 record for the season. The Saints are 10-5 for their part, ranked number 14 in the country. And we'll see where that ranking looks. There will be a new poll released between now and Wednesday. So we'll see where it's at. The next time they play on this court, it will be a week from tonight. And despite the fact that they did not look their best today, they do pick up their second consecutive victory. So the results have been there the last couple of times out for the Saints. They'll try to stay on that roll on Saturday at Robert Morris. That's going to do it for today's game. We're back at it next Wednesday as we have that broadcast for you at 5 o'clock next week. It'll be a doubleheader against Indiana South Bend with the St. Francis men's team as well. Until then, this is Terry Bonadonna signing off for the University of St. Francis. Good night, all.